I never thought I would be making
a YouTube channel
about my cat's poop, but here we are. Hi, I'm Mackenzie, Gus's mom. You may have seen him in a recent video that went a little bit viral.
Poop.
So this is Gus's story. 6 months ago, we noticed Gus was not pooping, and then he stopped eating. And then we woke up one morning to vomit on the floor. So we did end up taking him to the vet. They did an x-ray. He was fully backed up with really hard, dry, impacted stool. So we made the decision to have him hospitalized so that they could try some enemas. Those did not end up working by themselves. So then they ran fluids through him. Eventually they sedated him and performed what's called a deobstipation, where they essentially manually squeeze the feces out of him. They did give us some lactulose and some Cisapride. Long story short, about 2 weeks later, we noticed the same pattern happening. So I took him back in, and this time around, I think because I was stressing out so much about money, the topic of euthanasia came up. And that's when it really hit me how serious the issue was. It wasn't just a random occurrence of constipation. It was something that was more than likely chronic. They told me about megacolon. Megacolon is basically when the colon gets so stretched out at some point that it just loses partial to total function. They put him on a really strict prescription diet, Royal Canin gastrointestinal. Well, the point of it is to make it really easy to digest, and it doesn't create a lot of extra waste. Things were smooth sailing for a good 6 months until a couple weeks ago. The same stuff started happening. I spiraled. We did do another x-ray and found that he was once again backed up. She said, we're going to give him an enema here, and we'll send you home with some subcutaneous fluids to give to him every other day to just keep him hydrated. And hopefully those things will work. If they don't, then we can think about next steps. We put him in his little carrier. We took him home. And as we're sitting there fretting, Gus walks over to his litter box and just poops out a massive, wet, sloppy poo. Since then, he has been semi-regular, pooping at least once every 2 to 3 days.
Our veterinarian did approve us to start using MiraLAX and working that into his routine and start tapering him off lactulose.
So yeah, that's kind of Gus's journey in a nutshell. I would love for you to follow along on this journey every single day. I'm going to try and post if we got a poop or not. Gus is such a sweetheart. Everyone who ever has met him falls in love with him. He is so charming and sweet. He's just a joy, and we really love having him in our lives and want to keep him around as long as possible, but only if he is happy and comfortable. And Gus be poopin'. We hope, forever and ever. Bye.